And welcome everyone. This is the 2012 Hammock Olympics, and this is Shade Tree Mike.
And I'm Marlin Spike Hitch.
And today's first competitor will be Tim Ryan, coming out of Clovis, California, representing the USA.
Yeah, kind of a surprising choice. I think some of our original long throwers may have fallen ill or been killed or eaten by bears or something. He's kind of a dark horse in this competition, but he's very excited, and it looks like he's taking this seriously.
And it looks like we're about to get started here, and let's see how he does.
Hikers, to your pack.
Okay, let's see how this pans out for him. Historically, he's been kind of a slow starter, although his endings and the middle are pretty awful too. We'll see.
And the waist strap, I'm always a big fan of that. The extra support is usually unappreciated.
Get
that's
set.
what the hip belt is for.
Nice position.
Okay, not too bad. He didn't trip and fall like he did in Helsinki. I think you remember that one.
I do remember the Helsinki incident, yes.
I think we're all trying. Okay, there's his extension pack. His okay.
I mean, these first few minutes are mainly a mental battle, so let's see how this affects him going forward.
Yeah, hopefully he's not thinking about these things as we keep moving. Tree huggers, one out, and another one off to the side. You'll notice his toggle is already in there. I talked to him earlier, and I asked him, okay, are you doing this to conserve time? Turns out he's just lazy.
Now, what's the significance of the toggle?
The toggle is actually what's going to be keeping that Marlin Spike hitch in. It's what his suspension will hang from. You hang on the knot, not the toggle, unless you want to fall down on the ground. This is the tricky part. That initial toss can be very difficult, and then all tosses after that also very difficult. We'll see if he's able to nail this on the first one.
I've noticed some of the other competitors have had issues with the carpeted surface. Do you think that's playing an issue today?
It's basically, when you look at this, it is just concrete. It is concrete with a very, very hard pile, kind of Berber on there. A fall from that, you'll notice it. And again, when we talk about the Helsinki incident, you'll remember that only 18 inches, but he fell, and you could hear this cracking thud. He wears all black, and you could still see the bruise through the clothing. It was amazing. I've never seen anything quite like it. He's got to get that strap, his mule tape. He's got to get that on the back bar, okay? If it's off to the side, it's going to get stuck in there. He'll not be able to get his suspension down. Okay, he's got it. He's got it. Okay, this has been the hard part for him. Everything should be smooth sailing if it goes as it has.
Now, for some of our casual viewers, they may not appreciate the danger associated with some of these maneuvers here. If you could tell us about some of the complexities of that.
Wind is always a factor, and sunlight. However, we are in kind of an unconventional setting. Historically, the hammock is hung from the outside someplace on trees. He's opted to go for an urban hang, removing these things. However, we've got to see what our judges think, because again, it is kind of unconventional. And let's see. He is connecting he's connecting the mule tape extension to his tree straps, threading it through. Seems to be having a little bit of trouble with this. He's a bit off pace. We'll see if he's able to pick up a little bit of time here. And it looks like he is having trouble threading his mule tape suspension through that.
Oh, you hate to see that
tree hugger.
You hate to see that.
Oh yeah, this is playing head games with him. This should be the easiest part, and he is really struggling here.
Now, we are coming up on around the 4-minute mark of this broadcast, and like you said, what's this do to a competitor's mindset?
Oh, it can take him completely out of his game. It looks like, he is still struggling with this. He may not ever hang it. It might just be a scratch. We'll have to see. That's the problem with the long throw. He's got it. He's got it. Okay. But that is definitely going to hurt his time, and you better believe that on the second side of this, he's going to be thinking about this moment.
Okay, well, let's see if he can improve upon that first effort. His steps through the progression here.
Okay, yes, he is at the Marlin Spike hitch. He is using a dollar store carabiner as a toggle instead of the standard toggle. When I asked him why he did that, he said it was just because he had some, and whatever floats your boat, hang your own hammock, so they say. Oh, and he's hung up. He hung up on his bag there. That's costing him precious seconds.
Now, going back to the issues of safety, would you recommend Dollar Store for some of those prospective hammockers out there?
Well, if you're using it for a toggle, that's okay because again, the things that you're hooking to go to the marlin spike hitch on the knot, not necessarily on the toggle. Just as long as it won't collapse. So Dollar Store, that's not bad if you're running a marlin spike hitch. On the other hand, if you're hoping to click into your suspension, get ready to kiss the ground, as it were.
Good to know. Good to know.
Oh, he got his first toss. That's good. That's always a tricky part. It seems to be wrapped up on that little line that he's got. We'll see if he can undo that.
Now, even though we are indoors for this, I can easily see how this would be quite a fun setup to do out in the forest, or depending on where someone lived.
If you can find trees roughly with branches that high that won't fall on you, like all those widowmakers, then everything's go. That's what the extension kit is for.
Now, Tim Ryan, I see that he is from the California area, so I'm sure he's been able to hone some of these skills maybe in some of those redwood forests or things like that. This could easily apply there, I would think.
Oh, that'd be a great redwood thing. Actually, in the mountain areas of foothill woodlands, our oak trees are fairly far apart, but can grow kind of high. So that also would work in your favor in that scenario as well. Although your best bet, again, is to just find two properly spaced trees. Okay, he is now... Okay.
Now, do things seem to be running smoothly at this point? It looks like we're moving along, and obviously not having the same issues that we did on the other side.
Well, we'll see. This is where he's got to thread that mule tape through his tree hugger. He did have a lot of problems there on the first leg of it. It looks... Oh, no, has he got it? Okay, he's going slow. A bit of a hang-up, but no, nothing as bad as the other one. Okay, he's good.
Very good. He's got to be happy about that.
Oh, yeah. Although it looks like he overshot his mark a bit. Yeah, he's got to go back a bit. That's going to cost him precious, precious seconds. Okay, he's grabbing a suspension. He's going to be putting it over that marlin spike hitch. And you'll notice he does have... Solomon bar sliders. That keeps his whoopee sling on the mule tape so it won't fall off. It loses seconds, but safety counts. Very good. And he's remembering to take off his shoes. You don't put shoes in a hammock. It's just not done.
Very good. Very good. Well, and I think that's it. That should be the judge's time.
And they called time.
Yes.
All right.
Let's see.
Let's find out what the results are.
All around a good effort. I think he should be happy with this.
Well, it certainly was no Helsinki. Or as some people are calling it, hell stinky.
Your time is 6:42.
Yes, and yes.
There we go. There we go.
The results.
He's happy with that. Very happy. Imagine what could have been. And hamming it up a bit.
Now, I mean, typically you may not expect this type of...
I'm sorry. Did he just grab the camera?
Oh my.
Our cameramen have said that they will go on strike if he did that one more time. Well, this may be the last coverage you get this year. Okay, we're at 20 feet.
First mark.
Okay, we're 20 feet. Okay, so I guess he's trying to prove that it is the 57 feet 9 inches. Uh-oh, did you see that? I think he's putting the tape over the shoes. That is going to make his mark seem a little bit longer than it really was.
He may get some complaints from the other competitors, but in the end, I don't think the few inches is going to make him.
Every inch counts, but I imagine the judges are gonna pick up on that, and it won't be what he thinks it is. And it looks, a little bit of confusion. We're at 57 feet and 10 inches. And that's not at all what he had measured previously, so he's got to be wondering what's going on here.
And yes, and it looks like, the judges have confirmed the new distance.
No, 57 and 9.5.
Well, still all around a good showing. I think he's got to be pleased with that. Yes, and as he obviously is.
Yes. Although that won't be a new record for him, he's still at the 57, 9.5.
Well, for a first-time competitor, I would think he'd have to be pleased with himself. And
oh, yes.
And I know I enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed watching his exuberance for this sport and this competition.
Yes, it's amazing how the rookies always come in so excited. There's always such an energy. Oh, good gosh. And there we go. Okay, well, for all of you at home, I want to thank you for joining us for the 2012 Hammock Olympics in the long throw. This has been Marlon Spike Hitch.
And Shade Tree Mike.
And we'll be taking you back to central London, where they'll start the coverage of the Hammock Decathlon. Thank you. Good night.
I don't know nothing about nothing.